Hi Taurus, this is Teresa. Welcome to January 2020 and Happy New Year. Before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month we have a full moon in Cancer. Uranus goes direct right the day after, and then right after that we have Saturn and Pluto coming together in Capricorn, and then we have a new moon in Aquarius. So this is going to be a very powerful month. A lot of energy, astrological energy this month. So let's see what's happening for Taurus in terms of love and relationship. What does Taurus need to know about love and relationship for January 2020? Welcome to a new decade. And this is actually a good month. It's this year, 2020, it's a number 4 in numerology, so it represents stability and building foundations. So let's see. But it also represents work. What's coming up for Taurus in January 2020? What, in terms of love and relationships, what can Taurus expect from love and relationships in January of 2020? Okay, let me do that over, because for some reason I feel like I need to cut that again. Okay. 2 of Swords. Ace of Wands. 6 of Swords. The Magician. The 6 of Cups. The 8 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. The 9 of Pentacles. The Chariot. And the Knight of Wands. Wow. So there's 2 things going on here. One is love and one is career. So I'm going to tell you, even though it's a love reading, there's also career energy here. So here you're on the fence. You start the month out trying to make a decision. You've got these 2 swords here. This is someone who is trying, you have the ability to partner with someone, and you have the potential for a new beginning. But you're sitting on the fence about it. It's like you're afraid to take action. You're afraid to reach out. And so nothing's happening because you're on the fence. You're not deciding, you're not moving, you're not doing anything. But there is going to be an opportunity for a new beginning. Probably starting this spring. Maybe not so much. I think this is the seed. The aces are seeds. So the seed or the thought is being planted in January. You're realizing that you have to get off the fence and make a choice and make a decision. There could be a relationship that maybe you're not talking to someone. There's no communication. Because each party is waiting for the other party to make a move. Like you might be dealing with someone who's waiting for a little sign from you. And you're waiting for a sign from them. So nothing is happening because both parties are just waiting. But it's going to happen. Because one of you is going to break the ice. Now, if you want things to happen quicker, you'll break the ice. But, Taurus, we're not very good at taking the initiative when it comes to things like that. We're more the people that respond, So you're waiting for someone to reach out to you. Then so that you can respond. And this new beginning is going to be good for you. There could also be a new beginning in career. There could be a new job opportunity coming this spring. Sometime in March or April. But let's get back to the relationship. You have the 6 of Swords here. This means that you're coming out of a dark time. You're coming out of a difficult time. The 6 of Swords means moving away from difficulty, moving toward greater harmony. You're coming, especially you have 2 6s here. So things are going to get brighter as the year progresses. especially, and you have the Magician here. This is a card of communication and manifestation. So the way that you're going to make things better is through communication. So if you've been avoiding communicating with someone, you have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit and communicate. It's going to lead to a lot of beautiful things. So you just have to stop wanting things to be... The energy with this Two of Swords, the reason why this person can't make the decision is because they want to guarantee that whatever they do, it's going to work out okay. And so you're like, I don't know, I can't tell what's going to happen, I don't know. You know, she's blindfolded, she can't see the future. And so the fear of the consequences is keeping her paralyzed. But you're going to have to make a decision and break the ice, and you will. And I'm telling you that it will be... I think you're afraid of the changes. You know that change has to happen. And you know that there are new opportunities that are there for you. But you're afraid to reach out for them. You're afraid to embrace them. But if you can, it's going to be... It's like you're going to wonder, why did I wait so long? Once you get into this new environment and this new scene, it's going to be so much better that you're going to say, why did I sit on the fence so long? I could have been enjoying this months ago, but I was stuck on this fence, not wanting to reach out, not willing to claim this new beginning. Another thing I want to say about this Magician card, the key to your success this month and through the in the coming year, because this energy is not just for January, this energy is going to take you through spring. You have to visualize, you have to know what you want. You have to take time out to think and visualize the scenario. You know, the perfect relationship, the perfect job, the perfect whatever. The thing that, you know, what is it that would bring you the most joy? Write it down in every detail and see yourself in that situation. Not only that, believe that it's possible. Feel it with every bone in your body. You know, do some kind of meditating where you're seeing yourself successful, seeing yourself in this relationship and you're happy, seeing yourself in the ideal environment, with working with the ideal people. And you can manifest it with this card. You also have writing ability. Use your communication skills. Don't let, you know, that's important. You have the Six of Cups here and the Knight of Cups. So you might be connecting with someone from the past. Someone, and it's going to put you on a new path. Someone from the past may come back and want to reconnect. It could be a past lover. It could be a past friendship. Someone you haven't seen in a while. It could even be someone from a past life. So even if you've met someone and you don't know them from this life, when you meet the person, you will feel like you've known them from before. Like there'll be a certain kind of comfort or familiar energy, or a feeling of like, I feel comfortable with you. I don't even know you, but I feel like I've known you. You know, that kind of feeling. So your future is moving in a good direction. The Six of Cups is moving into a better environment, moving into a greater harmony. Sixes are about family and connecting and peace and harmony and love and abundance. So someone is going to be, it's just starting now, like the energy is just forming, but it's going to be taking you on a new path. Because this Knight of Cups is a romantic proposal. This is someone that you have a karmic connection with. You feel, you felt it. If it's someone that you already know, you felt it the minute you met that person, that you knew them. Like there was a sense of familiarity. And if it's somebody new, the minute you meet them, you're going to feel like, I know you from somewhere. Where do I know you from? But this person is bringing you an offer. And it's scaring you because it's in your fear sector, so you're afraid of this offer. And it may even involve a change of residence. You've been working on, and then you have this Eight of Pentacles here. This is a card of taking a new direction with your career, possibly even thinking about starting your own business or working more independently, like as an independent contractor, or you're thinking along those lines. If you are getting into a job, a traditional job, you will have a lot more freedom. Because the Nine of Pentacles is someone who works without supervision, someone who's in maybe a managerial position. It's not like you're like the worker and you have a boss over you, breathing down your neck. The Nine of Pentacles, though, represents someone who is going to be okay financially. It's bringing abundance and financial security to you. And at some point, I feel like you're going to have... Okay, I'm getting this two energies here. There's going to be a new job coming, or a new path in your career that's going to bring more financial abundance. And you're going to be feeling more secure. It may involve a change of job, a change of residence. You might move to be closer to the job, or you might change jobs. Wherever you're working might change its location. But whatever it is, you're going to wind up feeling more financially secure. More money's coming in. And because you took this new path, and then you're going to start to think, okay, it's not enough to have money. I want to have a partner to share it with. And that's when this relationship comes up, or this new beginning. This person comes back into your life wanting to... Could be an old love that comes back wanting to start again. Because sometimes the Knight of Cups, for some it could be a brand new person that feels familiar. For others it could be someone that you've known from the past, that you reconnect with, and you find it starts out slow, but romantic feelings develop over time. And for some, the Knight of Cups can be someone who has left because they felt like they had to go and find something better, and then they realize they made a mistake and they want to come back. And for those people, you might be a little bit afraid to take this person back, not sure if you can trust them. So the Chariot here, you've been keeping yourself busy and avoiding relationships, avoiding decisions. Because the Chariot's about, doing a million things, scattering your energy. You're going to have to pull that all in and decide, where do I want to focus? What do I really want in a relationship? What do I want in my career? And let me just zoom in on that one goal. One or two goals. You don't want to have 5 things in the fire, because that's what's holding you back. Your energy is too scattered. You can't succeed because you have too many irons in the fire. So the Chariot represents victory through success, through discipline and focus, calling in your monkey mind, and focusing on what you really want. And that ties in with the Magician. Focus, and that can help you manifest. And then the Knight, you're ready for adventure. Now there could be 2 people coming in. One person is very romantic, very like... The Knight of Cups could be a water sign. The Knight of Wands could be a fire sign. So the water could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The fire sign could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But the energies... The Knight of Cups is very romantic, very artistic, very sensitive. Sometimes they don't always tell the truth. But that's because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Not because they want to deceive you. Or they just leave things out because they want to live in a dream world. And then the Knight of Wands, that's a very adventurous energy. So there could be one of the people, there could be 2 people coming in, or 2 situations. One is reliable. I like the Knight of Cups energy. The Knight of Wands energy could be a little bit of a player. So you have to watch with that. This could be someone who breezes in and breezes out. Promises you everything. They're a lot of fun when you're together, but then they're gone again. So you want to be careful. You may have to choose between 2. Some of you might be choosing between 2 people even, or 2 situations, and you want to just give it some thought. Think about what you really want. Think about what you really need. Visualize a positive outcome. Visualize the ideal situation. And you can achieve. Things are going to be getting better. So just hang in there. Change is coming. New beginnings are coming. And it could be kind of fun. You could be traveling even. Maybe you meet someone and you go on a trip, or you decide to travel together. That could be too with the Knight of Wands. That could be a travel. You're ready for adventure. You want, you're tired of being stuck in the mud. You want some new energy in your life. So especially since this full moon in Cancer is happening in your 3rd house, and it's being opposed by Sun, Mercury, Saturn, and Pluto in your 9th house. So you're starting to realize, you're starting to wake up. You're seeing the 9th house has to do with long distance travel, higher education, your belief systems, how you communicate. The 3rd house is communication. It represents siblings and relatives. You could be communicating with you might be connecting with family that you haven't seen in a long time. And all this Capricorn energy in the 9th house, you may be waking up and realizing, you know what, I have to do something with my education. I have to learn new skills. So some of you might be going back to school, getting more training. Some of you might be even teaching what you've learned if you're older and you've already been through, if you have a lot of experience and you have a lot of knowledge, you might be teaching, developing some way of communicating to the masses your wisdom. But for those of you who are younger and just starting out in a career, you might be thinking, I need more training, I need more skills. Or you might be wanting to go into a new line of work where you're going to need to pick up some extra skills. Mars is going through your 8th house at this full moon. So your expenses might be up this month. And that's why you're thinking, like, I need to earn more money. Maybe I need to get, pick up some new skills so I can get more money, so I can get a raise, or I can get a new job that pays more. Uranus is in your 1st house. You're ready. You're very, you're feeling kind of restless. Like you want to make some changes. Changes to your appearance, changes to the way you present yourself in the world. Jupiter just moved into Capricorn. It's going through your 9th house. So you could be connecting with people that are very good for you, but very different. People that are exposing you to different belief systems, different cultures. If you form a partnership with someone, it could be someone that you're communicating at a distance. Maybe the person lives in another state or lives far. You have to travel to be together. And it could be someone that has a different set of beliefs than you do, different culture. If you were raised in one type of culture, this person. So you're expanding your awareness, and you're broadening your horizons in January. The North Node is in the 3rd house in Cancer. So a part of you may feel like I need to reconnect with my siblings or my cousins, relatives, my neighbors. Like you're feeling lonely. If you've been feeling lonely, it's going to be important to reach out and communicate to other people, to reestablish connections with family and relatives, so you don't feel so isolated. Don't isolate yourself. This is a time, because the 3rd house is a social house. It's a house of running around, connecting with your neighbors, connecting with your brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts. There could be some developments coming out around the full moon where you realize, like, I've neglected these relationships and I need to reestablish them. Uranus goes direct right after this full moon. So if you feel like you've been wanting to make changes but you've been blocked or you've been stuck, things are going to start to happen now that Uranus is going direct. Saturn comes together with Pluto in the 9th house. So that's sometimes Saturn and Pluto in the 9th house, that has to do with law, or it has to do with authority figures. You may want to do something, you might be blocked legally, But you may be feeling that if you do go back to school, it's going to be a lot of work. You're going to have to put some work in. And you may feel like it's not going to be an easy, when Saturn and Pluto come together, it's telling you that something has to give. You've reached critical mass. You have to make changes. And maybe that even means moving. It might mean that you realize, like, I have to move. If I want to change my life, I've got to be in a different location. Or I've got to change my beliefs. Or I've got to learn. I mean, it's like you're seeing reality. And the reality has been building up. Like, if you've been sweeping things under the rug, you can't do that anymore at this full moon. The reality is going to be smacking you in the face. And you're going to have to make some decisions. And they might be difficult decisions because Capricorn energy, you're going to feel restricted. Like, I want to do something, but I'm blocked. But so you can get around the blockage, but you just have to put the work in. And it's going to be grueling. It might be hard, but when you come through it, it's going to be very rewarding at the end. And because this energy is in Capricorn, it's really trining your sun. So it's not going to be as difficult as it is for other signs where it might be a square or an opposition. So it's just that there's no free ride this month for anybody. But for you, it could bring opportunity, especially because you have Jupiter in Capricorn in the 9th house. So there's going to be opportunities to learn, opportunities to expand, opportunities to grow. But you also have to put the work in. That's all this Capricorn energy. You can't get away from the work. You may work hard, but the end result will be very rewarding and will get you where you want to be. So then we have the new moon in Aquarius, and this is happening in your 10th house. So after all the work, you're going to have an opportunity for a new beginning in your career, change in status. It could be a relationship that changes you in a major way. It gets you out of your comfort zone. And it could happen suddenly when you least expect it, because it's this new moon is squaring Uranus in your 1st house. So it takes you by surprise. It could be a career opportunity. It could also be a relationship that changes how you are seen in the world. Venus and Neptune are coming together in a conjunction in your 11th house. So this could be a friendship that turns to love. You could find a soulmate connection. Jupiter is still in your 9th house. It could be like I said, someone that's very different from you. And you have to expand your, get out of the box. You have to think outside the box. Expand your mind to incorporate this person. Mars is going through the 8th house, so that could bring, it could raise your expenses, but it could also bring issues around money that you receive from other people. You might be like trying to get a loan or financial support from others. Mercury is in, but Mars is also the planet of sex. So there could be this relationship, if you start a new relationship, there could be a lot of a very passionate connection. And because the 8th house is the house of intimacy, this relationship could reawaken feelings of intimacy that you might have not had in a long time. Mercury in the 10th house, your career, you're going to be communication is going to be important. You're going to be, you might be working on something that involves a communication project, either a website or some kind of communication like public relations, marketing, whatever it is. You're going to be you might be doing more writing, or you could be connecting with someone who is a good communicator, where you have a strong connection in that way. So whatever is coming up, it's going to be affecting this new beginning. This new moon is going to affect your career and your status in the world. So if it's it could be a new job, like I said, new job, new love. You're going to be seen. You're going to surprise a lot of people in January because they didn't expect you to make these changes. And Uranus in your 1st house is good because Taurus is so stable and predictable. And then when Uranus hits your 1st house, man, you're going to be doing things that people are going to go, what happened? what happened to this person? They're doing stuff I would never dream they'd do in a million years. Because you're going to take action. You're ready for action. You're ready for adventure. You're ready for change. And it's going to happen suddenly, when you least expect it. And it's going to put you on a new path. But it's going to be a good path. So don't fear change in January. Don't fear the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. It's going to work in your favor. That energy is supporting you. But it's going to involve letting go of past habits that are no longer serving you. Letting go of expectations that are limiting you. Past programming from family and authority figures. It's going to involve getting out of your comfort zone, learning new things, changing your thinking in some way. Don't be rigid. You know, Taurus, we have a tendency to be stubborn. So we need to be more open and willing to embrace new ideas and new ways of doing things. And if you can do all that, your life is going to get a lot more exciting and a lot more fun. And more, you're going to feel a breath of fresh air coming this spring. And it's going to start, the seeds get planted in January. You may not see the fruition until 6 months from now, or we may see a little bit in spring, and then maybe by the next eclipse, things will be better. But you are moving on a path of improvement and greater harmony and more love and more opportunity and more abundance. So you're getting out of the stuck place that you've been in. So embrace change this month, Taurus. Don't be afraid of the new, because the stars are favoring you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you'd like a private reading, just click on the link in the description box and we'll get you on the schedule. In the meantime, thank you everyone who has liked and subscribed to my channel, and those who have left comments, and those who have ordered readings. I really appreciate all your support. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here doing all this. So just thank you, and I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best in this coming new year. Abundance, success, love. I just feel like things are changing for the better. I feel like there's new energy coming in, and it's going to be good. So enjoy January, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.